Hi guys, in this video I just thought I would show you through results analysis package and just some of the functions that you can perform. So when you log in, this is the screen that you'll come to, the sitemap. You can see down here we've got a whole bunch of tiles with various information in each one. So you've got principles, result list, course frequency distribution tables. If we click on Z-score analysis, just to show you some functionality when you go into them, you guys can have a play around. Got a couple of drop down menus that you can play with. So do you want to look at HSC or stage 5? So we're going to look at HSC in this one. And then what subject would you like to have a look at? So ancient, biology, chemistry. So at the moment, if I choose, we've got ancient history in there at the moment. So that's all ancient history results in there. If I then pull up biology against ancient history, once you choose the new subject, you go over and add data set. It'll then put biology and ancient history in there side by side with one another. Okay, so biology in the yellow and ancient history in the blue. If you want to take one of them off, come down to the bottom of the screen and I can remove ancient history or I can remove biology. Another option is type of chart you'd like to see. So we've got 2D. We can change that to be a 3D bar chart. A line, or you can have a look at an area. It just depends on your preference. 2D bar is nice. Chart size, you can play around with that as well. Okay, it gives you a definition of what a Z-score is down the bottom as well, so underneath all of them, give you a bit of definition, a bit of information about what you're looking at there. And then it'll also give you a table with all the results in it. So from 2001 right through to 2016, it'll have all the Z scores and it'll also have the number of candidates from our school that sat that subject. Okay, the last thing I'll point out on this one is that down the bottom you can save the data set, pull that in as a CSV file into Excel. So that's the first one, the Z-score analysis. You can either go back to the sitemap by clicking up here on the top right hand side, or you can just continue to go through down the left hand side here. So if we went school assessment versus examination, just to show you another example, in this one you can change the year that you're looking at. Again, high school certificate, there's no more options in this one. And then students, this is where you'd create a student group. So see the previous video on creating student groups. There's a lot in there. We might have to clean that up a little bit, but we can do that. And again, changing down here, we can choose a different subject. So if we again go ancient history, and I can add a data set. And so ancient history is now green, biology red, and we can see the students. So across the bottom, school assessment mark, up the side the examination mark. So we can see, have our students done quite well in the exam, and has that matched what we thought in the school-based assessment marks. So again, more information underneath which you can have a read of. And then as before, you can remove either one. If you just want to look at one data set at a time, if you want to look at multiple data sets at a time, you can leave them in there. And then we've got exam marks and school assessment marks across the bottom here, looking at all the candidates that sat it. Okay, and again, you can save a data set. So it's pretty user friendly. It's probably just getting used to understanding what the graphs are telling you. Again, we can, on this one, another option is to also look at rank, as opposed to just looking at the mark, and we can see how they've gone with what we thought we put our rank in and then their exam mark. Okay, so we can see, where's one I'll pick out? Here we had someone ranked in at number 1, okay, but they didn't actually get the number 1 exam mark. Okay, so this person here who was ranked 8 in the school-based assessment mark actually got the number 1 exam mark. So that's another way that you can view that type of chart, so between mark and rank. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward in terms of usability. It's actually understanding what the graphs are showing you, and also an understanding of what you can do with those graphs. Anyone who's good with Excel, pulling into CSV files, you can delve a lot more deeply into some information. Okay, so I'll leave that video there. Hopefully you play around with it. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask me.